David Blaustein is here. Good morning, David Blaustein.
Good morning, McGraw. How are you? I missed you.
Yeah, I missed you. Yes, I did. Now, I heard you were you at the Tonys?
Yes.
And what are your final thoughts on what I think is the best award show going?
My final thoughts, it was good. It was an odd situation just because of Orlando, and that was obviously weighing heavily on everybody's mind. And, it probably would have been certainly a more raucous celebration because it was really a coronation for Hamilton. Everybody knew that was going to happen.
Right.
It was a little surprising that Hamilton didn't completely sweep everything, but there were actually 2 categories it was nominated for that it did not win. And I think one was lighting design and the other one was Best Actress in a musical. But, other 11 Tonys, nothing to sneeze at. This is still probably going to wind up going down as the most successful Broadway show in the history of the universe.
Right.
I mean, they might have Broadway on other planets in other universes. But I don't know.
I love James Corden. He was a great host.
James Corden was terrific. James Corden, at this point, can do no wrong. He can do no wrong, and I don't know what's going to happen with him because, at some point he may wind up taking over for Stephen Colbert, or at some point he's just going to leave his show behind and go on to be a very, very big deal in Hollywood.
Right.
There's nothing he can't do. He's got that type of talent, and he's only been in a couple of movies, but I do think that James Corden could be a big movie star. I really, really do. I mean, he has that. Whereas Jimmy Fallon is perfect where he is. Jimmy Fallon has kind of tried to be a movie star. It really didn't work out. We haven't seen that from James Corden, and I think James Corden is capable. There's just nothing he can't do.
All right, let's talk a couple of movies here. You want to start with Central Intelligence?
We can start with Central Intelligence. First of all, Kevin Hart is seemingly in a movie every few weeks.
Oh, God.
And it's a cop
buddy
movie.
One, and, I'm pretty sure he's a voice in The Secret Life of Pets as well, and that comes out in a few weeks. So there's no escaping him in almost every movie he's in. He's kind of a buddy cop movie or something like that. And this is sort of like that. Not exactly, but teaming up Kevin Hart and The Rock, I think, was a great move. Especially these are 2 people who didn't start out as actors, even though both their jobs require acting and clearly comic timing, as one is actually a comic, Kevin Hart. But, The Rock was funny as a wrestler as well and had that comedic timing. And I think it's taken a while for these 2 guys to come into their own as actors. And I think you really see all that hard work in this movie. I think that they're really terrific together. Their chemistry is great, and it needed to be because the movie itself and the story really is not that good, and the writing is not that good. So all of those weaknesses in the script and all of those weaknesses in the story are overcome by these 2 guys who are so much fun to watch together. For those who don't know, it's a story that takes place. It starts out in high school when Kevin Hart's character is called the Golden Jet, and he's voted most likely to succeed, and he's super popular and great at everything he does. And The Rock's character is very overweight and extremely eccentric. And it culminates on the day that Kevin's character is awarded most likely to succeed, and he's lecturing the whole senior class in the gymnasium. And then a few bullies take The Rock's character while he's in the shower, and they take him naked and throw him out into the gymnasium, completely naked, and Kevin Hart's character is the only one who has any empathy for him. 20 years later, The Rock's character looks like The Rock, and Kevin Hart's character is not living up to his own expectations, and they wind up going on an adventure together because The Rock's character is in the CIA. And he's in trouble. So, like I said, it's not the greatest story. Its anti-bullying message is nice. I wish it could have been a little stronger. But it's 3 solid stars out of 5. You're not going to feel like you were ripped off if you go see this, and you'll be entertained enough just because these 2 guys will this movie into being entertaining.
All right, fair enough. Now, I got a minute left. What's Finding Nemo Part 2?
That's Finding Dory, and this is everything you expect it to be. I don't think it's as good as Finding Nemo, but it's still adorable with lots of great characters. I'm looking forward to showing this movie to my kids. It's a little slow at times, but again, it's Pixar doing their storytelling magic that they're so great at doing. It will tug at your heartstrings, and you'll enjoy it. This one's a good, solid 4 out of 5 stars.
Did they find Nemo in the first one?
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't find Nemo. Now you,
No,
now you.
of course they did.
Okay, good. I was going to say you ruined the movie for me.
Spoiler alert.
And now they're looking for Dory.
Yes.
Okay, good. Fair
And
enough.
the thing, they all get eaten in the end.
Don't even joke about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's David Blaustein. He's the best in the business, and he joins us every Friday morning. David, have a good week. Thanks for checking in.
Take care, guys.
All
Bye.
right. 827 here, Big 550.